Huntington Learning Center. Good afternoon. This is TJ. How may I help you?
Good afternoon. How you doing this fine day?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm not too good. My son's acting like a moron. He's not very smart, and I just need him to get the help that he needs.
Then you've called the right place, absolutely.
Right.
My name is TJ, and your name is?
My name is Ed Grosso.
Ed Grosso. All right, one moment, Ed. Okay. And, Ed, tell me, what grade is your son in?
My son is in 5th grade. I could tell you about him. Maybe that could ease up the conversation. You can understand my situation here.
Sure. Go right ahead.
Okay, now, my son, he was adopted. He's Mexican kid. And ever since I had him, he never really spoke very good English, and the kids would make fun of him. They would call him a douchebag, and he'd come home crying, and it was just terrible, the types of things that he would go through these days. So that's why I guess that gets in the way of his academics, and it brought him down. And now I just need him to get the help that he needs now before he goes into 6th grade.
Oh, goodness, yes, because it's going to be a critical turning point year for him, because he's preparing to become a junior high schooler at that point.
Did I mention he never passed the test?
I'm sorry?
Did I mention that he never passed any academic type of test?
No, so you're saying that he's failing miserably then?
Yes, maybe, well, not miserably, maybe in the 30s, that's about it.
Okay, well, if he's failing, still 30s, that's not good.
Of course
that's
it's not.
That's not a foundation to build upon, and that's how his skills are designed, for them to build one upon the other.
The teachers are horrible, too, towards him. They call him a retard when he can't answer the question. I need him to get the help that he needs in order to pass these tests.
Okay, and what kind of tests does he need to pass, Ed?
All types, especially, social studies. He wants to be the next president.
Okay, so his test taking is weak.
Yes, very weak it is. Weaker than, you wouldn't believe how weak it is. Sometimes during the test will be over and he'd be up to maybe the, second question.
Well, it sounds like, well, tell me this, and how old is your son now, Ed?
My son is 10 years old.
He is 10, okay, and what's your son's name?
My son's name is Paco. I could maybe put him on the phone. You could maybe talk to him if you like.
And so, actually, I think I can get all of the information that I need from you, and then I can speak with Paco.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
All right. Tell me this. When did you adopt Paco?
When did I what?
When did you adopt him?
I adopted him when he was 6 years old.
Okay, he was adopted at 6 years of age.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. And tell me, ever been good?
What was that?
Have his grades ever been good?
Well, maybe when he was in 3rd grade, he was maybe in the 40s. So, considering now that he's in the 20s and 30s, he was like a genius back then.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, whatever intelligence he had, it hasn't dwindled. It's simply he needs different tools to express it.
You mean tools like a jackhammer, those type of tools, or what type of tools?
Tell me this. Tell me about his reading comprehension or reading skills.
Well, he can't read anything at all.
Has any point over and told you that his reading, where his reading was at, specifically, or is that something you want us to be able to tell you?
Well, I want you to help him to read. He cannot read one word. Gave him words like the or ball, and he couldn't read any of those words. He would sound out, he'd be a car, and just like keep stuttering on it like he had a stuttering problem.
Okay, and then what happens? What happens if you ask him to talk about something? Is he able to express himself verbally?
Sometimes he spits on me.
Okay. Well, no, but I'm saying when he speaks, and when he's expressing things, if you ask him to discuss something, what is his verbal content like?
Well, first he'd talk about it. Then he'd forget what he's talking about when he's up to maybe the 3rd or 4th word. He'd be like, Daddy, what was I talking about? And I'd be like, I don't know. You were telling me something. He's very forgetful with these types of things.
Okay. And what about his listening skills?
His listening skills. I tell him, Paco, go throw out the garbage. He ends up lighting a match and almost burnt my house down on fire. He needs to improve that a lot, too.
Okay, so you're saying that he's not good with following directions?
Well, to sum it up, he's not very good with any type of reading comprehension at all.
Okay. Now, when I'm saying, I mean verbal direction.
Well, verbal directions, he's not too intelligent with that. In fact, to be honest with you, many people just say he's a retard. And it breaks my heart to hear that, because I know he could get the help he needs in order to be a very successful young man.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, what we can do, based on what you're telling me, and let me ask you this, does he do his homework?
No, he never did his homework ever. I've always told him, do your homework. I've grounded him, took away his GameCube, and he would just never do his homework. Sometimes he would print out stuff from the computer, and he's not very smart with the computer, so he would print out the picture of a desktop on the computer and give that to me and say he did his homework. So he needs help doing homework too.
Okay.
I've sat him down.
Let me ask you, do you know, was Paco speaking when you got him at 6 years of age?
No, in fact, I had to teach him English.
Okay, you taught him, but I mean, he did use his verbal skills.
Yes.
Prior to coming to you.
What was that?
When you, at the time that you adopted him, was he speaking? Not English, just was he speaking, period?
Yes, he was speaking.
Okay, the reason I'm asking, I didn't know if there was some kind of speech delay or anything.
No,
what about writing? What kinds of things can he write?
What kind? Well, he could draw cartoons. I don't know if this is a normal thing, but he likes to draw his pictures of male organs like the penis, and I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I just congratulate him because he's a good artist.
Well, I mean, if it's an art school, that's fine, but if he does that in the classroom, it's not going to be fine. It's going to.
Well, he doesn't do it in the classroom. He does it at home. Whenever I tell him do your homework, and he draws pictures of penises. And I don't know if that's normal or not, but I guess it's just what he likes to draw. I mean, he's an artist in some type of way. Ma'am?
Yeah. Has he ever gone to summer school?
Yes, he has.
Okay, how many years?
He basically went to summer school every year I had him. I mean, he didn't have to go, but I tell him, Paco, you're not going to sit here and you're not going to play GameCube. You're going to go and you're going to go learn some stuff. But he would slack off in summer school. He'd give the teachers the finger. He'd do all types of crazy stuff over there. And I just try my best to, teach him right from wrong.
Okay, and what school does he attend?
He attends Mary Saints.
Mary Saint?
Yes.
Mary Saint. Okay. All right. Based on what you're telling me, what we need to do, we need to find out, first of all, what he actually knows, that we can then build upon it.
Yes.
And the way we will start out, we'll have your son come in for an evaluation.
Well, maybe we could do this over the phone just to, bring things up. You could tell him what he's going to be into. I could put him on the phone right now, and maybe we could ease things up, between the two of you. So I don't tell him one day you're going to go to the Huntington Learning Center, and he won't start crying. So I could put him on the phone, and you could tell him what he's going to be learning, and that would be great. Ma'am.
We're going to focus his math foundation and his reading readiness.
Yes. So would you like me to put him on the phone, and he could tell you from his experiences what he thinks?
And so, no, I actually don't need that, Ed. The first step would be to have him come in for the evaluation.
Okay, what are you going to be asking?
What you can do after we do the evaluation, during the evaluation, first of all, he'll have plenty of opportunity to speak with the teacher. And then 4 days later, we'll meet with you. We'll tell you what we have found. First of all, we can tell you what information we need to build on.
Well, I'm very anxious right now to know what the results are going to be. So I'm going to just put him on the phone, and you tell me what you think. And I'm going to go. Hold on a second, ma'am. Paco! Paco! Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Paco?
Yes, this is Paco. Who are you?
Yes. This is TJ. I'm one of the academic counselors at Huntington Learning Center.
Do you mean you are a teacher in my school?
No, I don't. No, not at your school. This is a different, this is a learning center.
Are you going to teach me how to read